Hey guys, Rick from the GPPI here. Okay, today I'm at the local cemetery. I'm staying in front of the office right now. Uh, as for all you probably wondering where I was at, I've been kind of busy working here at the cemetery. I am a groundskeeper here, and I'll explain what we do here and we'll walk around the cemetery. There's a famous person that we have here buried in our cemetery. If people remember the magazine Forest of Streams, we do got the writer that is buried in here. He goes by his pen name, Nesmik, okay? But that's not his real name. So, for that being said, let me turn you around and show you what we got going on here, and I will tell you what we do here as a groundskeeper. So, as a groundskeeper, let me grab my stuff here. We do the leaf removable. Sorry, I had a bug fly in my mouth. We do the leaves, remove the leaves, pick up the sticks, mow the grass. As you see, it has been started. We do open and closed graves, which is not the full body burial. It is the cremations that we bury in the ground, which that's only a 8 by 8 by 3 foot hole, which I mean by 8 inch by 8 inch by 3 feet. It has to be down below the frost line. But this cemetery is the biggest cemetery here in this county that I live in, which is Tioga County. I don't know if guys could pick that up or not, but there's a building over there with a red roof. That is the chapel. They used to hold funerals and whatnot in that place. It does have real Tiffany glass, which you will see it up closer once I get down there. So that's where I was standing, right in front of the office. Downstairs of the office is where our room is. What a groundskeeper is no more than maintenance or janitorial or whatever of the cemetery. Now, and besides me being a groundskeeper slash grave digger, my colleagues and I are also security, so we keep an eye out in the cemetery for vandalism or any ill will intent stuff going on. I normally don't walk on the graves, guys, but we do walk on the graves in this kind of work, because we had to get in around the stones with rakes and whatnot. So as you're creeping closer, you can start seeing the chapel a little bit better. Again, it does have real Tiffany glass for windows. The area we were walking by, that's the big spot. That's the big area. But this cemetery does have a lot of hills in it. Besides me being busy working, I was also having to fight my high blood pressure, which I'm suffering from. Plus, I got asthma and whatnots. So my health's kind of crap. So there's the chapel I was telling you guys about. I'm pretty sure you guys seen it in my other videos. They inside that chapel is one big room. In the center of the floor, there is a hole in the floor. It has 2 doors on it. That's where the casket would be brought up out of the basement of it into the viewing area. Down below, in the basement part of it, would be where they store the horse and buggy as the hearse, so they could take them and bury them. Yes, there is gates in front of the doors of the chapel. The chapel needs some repairs done on it, as you can tell. We keep it around because we do like having it here. Looks like somebody's been screwing around over here by the chapel or something. Because there's a piece of concrete there on the ground. That corner's all busted out. I think somebody's been screwing around with it at some point in time, or it just fell off. Needs some serious work done on it. See, there's cracks in the foundation of it. I can't really tell if it's done naturally or vandals got after it. That's something you don't do in the cemetery, guys, or any place vandalize, as you get yourself in some serious trouble. You could get a real steep fine or be thrown in jail as well. I think it might be just falling apart from the weather naturally, I think. But there's just the Tiffany glass. This is where they used to store the horses, the horse and buggy. That's the hearse. But it's in serious need of repair, I could tell you that much. Now that's one of the projects that needs to get done here, besides getting the roads paved. Those doors used to be green or blue or whatever color they used to be, but they painted them red. Well, walking down this way, over there is area G, and area K is where we're walking towards. Would be the guy I was telling you about that did Forests and Streams. They call him by his pen name Nesmic, which his real name is George Washington Sears. So let me cut across here and show you. One of my co-workers has caught vandals on top of that one mausoleum over there that's kind of built into the hillside further back. And there is a bar and chain inside the handles of that mausoleum, which I found out what the story is on it about. It's kind of gruesome, guys. See if I can zoom you in here. That one right over there. I could walk right there. I could walk over there and show you guys a little closer after we get done with over here in the K area. Well, it shouldn't be not really gruesome, but it's the story I was telling you about. It's not really gruesome, but it's wrong. So up here, this is the G area, as I call it, the G spot. Right across from this metal headstone would be the writer of Forests and Streams. Right there. It has his pen name on his headstone. Nesmic. But his real name again is George Washington Sears. That is the writer for Forests and Streams. I'm gonna take a spin around here. Around this area, probably about on the other side of those headstones there, we call that area the swamp. It is swampy over here. It retains water. You walk on that grass, it's just like walking on a stinking waterbed. Born in 1821 and died in 1890, guys. George Washington Sears. Whoops. Foot slipped a little bit right there. Now up here, we got a place called the Log Cabin, which you could probably see the site of it there. That was back in the 1800s, and that's one of my favorite mausoleums. He is the person that actually bought this land. This cemetery was not the original Roswell Cemetery. It was down on a different street. Original one. I'll show you in a minute why we call it the log cabin. It's built back in the 1800s, guys. You think it's real logs, but it's not. It's all concrete. That's about one of the fanciest mausoleums I ever seen. Right there. That's the one that has the bust of the guy that's in it in the back wall there. That's the one we call the log cabin. And that's the area we call the swamp right there, guys. Now the ones that are from here in Wellsboro area, we do have another person that's here. Is Mary Wells. She is buried here in the cemetery along with her family. She's up there by the chapel. If you want to go visit her. So, go back to Mr. Nesmith here. Mr. Nesmith, that's his pen name, Mr. George Washington Sears. He is the one of the famous people that we get asked about, especially the supervisor that supervises us here. So we gotta kind of keep that story in the back of our minds, so in the area he's in, so we could tell people where he's buried and the story of him. You could tell where we've been driving tractors through the middle. I wonder how much work, I don't know how much work we got going on here, because we're down 2 tractors last time I knew. We just hired, I guess we had just hired somebody, or we're getting ready to hire somebody to work on the equipment for us. But if you work in a cemetery, guys, it's peaceful. You could take your time. You don't have to bust your ass to get stuff done. But be prepared for a lot of walking. So this mausoleum that's coming up is the mausoleum I was telling you about that got vandalized and broke into. This one right here. This is the one of my co-workers found young kids. Oh, everything peeling concrete off the wall, off the roof, off the ceiling there. The mausoleum, throwing it around like frisbees. Right there's that bar and chain through the handles. This mausoleum has been broken into about, I don't know, probably about a year or 2 ago, if not longer. I don't know how long it's been shut up like that, but there was some ill will tent there. They broke into it. And I guess they started taking bones from the casket that's in there. But don't do that shit. Don't do that kind of crap, guys. It's not right. You could get in trouble. Let's see if I can't find Mary Wells up here. She's up here someplace. Yeah, we see a lot of funky stuff in here. You see people come over here to do, you know, the stuff that don't really want to do. You see teachers come over here for a smoke break, and which that's not strange, because you know you're not supposed to smoke on school property to begin with. So they come over here. Let's see. Just tell me where they're at. This was. Well, Mary Wells and all of her family's up here. Is up here by the chapel. Someplace. But well, I just haven't found where she's at up here. She's but so there's something else that's pretty nice about it, about the cemetery. There is I think it was a Civil War general or some damn thing. He's buried in here, and supposedly a horse, which we cannot find any record of. And up here close to the office area would be the first burial in the whole cemetery. Now, first burial really doesn't have to be the oldest. If you see that area on the right hand side there, that is our dump area where we dump the leaves and whatnot. We got a dump up there by the school, or we could dump anywhere over the embankment. Let's see if, damn it, let's see if I can't find that first burial. Good afternoon. Now, this part of the cemetery right here, it used to be a racetrack. It's where they used to race horses and those carriages on. Right over here would be where the stables used to be. So that was something new that I learned about of this in this cemetery ever since I worked here. I walk by that guy. Crap. William, I think that's what his name, or was it James? I don't think that's the one. Might be over in that area. That's not it. Yeah, it might have been that one. Might have been him. Let me check over here. Oh, there he is. Right here's the first burial. Right here, guys. First burial in the cemetery. Again, it doesn't have to be the oldest stone in the cemetery to be the first one. But we do got some old ones in here. I do like it here. It's peaceful working. Again, it's not hard work. You don't have to bust your ass. Just take your time, because you get paid by an hour. Next month we do have two urn burials. This is the racetrack area. We do see kids come run in this cemetery, probably part of the track and team, or if you're on the track team. If you see that over there, that is the high school. It looks like a state penitentiary. Sorry about that, guys. I had to restart my recording because it reached 30 minutes. Walking by the office right now. So down in this basement area is our room. That's where we have breaks, lunch. We could leave the cemetery for lunch, but that's it, guys. This is the cemetery. I just haven't walked up that way. So I think you could get the good picture on the size of this cemetery. But so again, my name's Rick from GPPI. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Please, no trolling, no cyberbullying or anything like that. I do not put up with that kind of stuff. I have zero tolerance for it. So none of that, please. So I'm gonna sign out here behind the office, and I'll catch you all on the flip side.